YouTube in just a second. Alright, so we're going to be checking out a brand new game that is still in its like early playtest mode, demo mode or whatever, just recently announced. Like you can see it's version 0.1015, but it's by the same developers as I Am Future, which is, you know, the cozy survival crafter game where you're up on the roof and it's a weirdly positive, like, apocalyptic game where the person's like, the world's ending. Hey, this place is beautiful. So it's like weirdly positive despite like the dystopian end of the world and all that. So the same devs that come out with this, which is called ReStory. Basically, the premise of this is you're in early 2000s Tokyo, and you run a repair shop. So if you've ever seen the game The Repair House, it's the same basic concept. Stuff comes in, you take it apart, you fix, you know, replace bad parts, clean up stuff, fix the parts, that kind of thing, and then, you know, you send it out. That said, this game, it's looking like the details in that are a lot more polished, a lot more fleshed out, a lot more depth. If you haven't played The Repair House, if you think of I Am Future, where you get like your little coffee mug and you take the little screws off and you attach the different parts and then you get all your stuff out of it, same idea as you take it all apart and all that, but just, you know, you clean it up and put it back together in the end. So with that said, we're gonna check out the settings. This is, again, a very super early access version kind of thing, so there ain't crap here yet. There's just language support, and that's not necessarily bad. It's brand new. But we're gonna go ahead and start and hop in. I don't expect this to be a long stream so far as this goes, just because it is like a playtest early access. It's going to be a very small slice of the game. Warning, this is not the final version of the game. It may be broken, contain temporary content, or have unpredictable bugs. Please report your impressions and any bugs found to the found using the Take the Survey 2-minute button on the main menu or pause screen. Yeah, so go ahead and get in here and all that stuff. Tokyo, early 2000s, my first day in the repair shop. To-do list. Clean up workplace, sort out inventory, throw away boxes. Okay. Oh. That's pretty funny that that's your, thing here. What are you? Okay, that's my register. Empty box for parts. Oh, good. Old, I was gonna say Chinese takeout, but we're literally in Japan, so... I don't know what all this is, but it's going right in the trash. Cozy? Oh, okay. How are you getting on? Cleaning up? I'm here about the rent. As we agreed, 2,000 yen per week. I think it's yen. Oh, by the way, on the way here, I found a phone. I don't know whose, but it's mine now. Everything here is mine. Although, it doesn't turn on. How much would it cost to repair it? So you're my landlord, so I have the choice of charging you nothing for the first work, or giving an inflated rate of 6,000. You're my landlord, so we are definitely charging you extra. You might as well offer to do it free. Let's see, you might as well offer to do it for free. Take 7,500 at least. Or you'll go out of business like the last master. Wait, so I was charging him more and he's like, you didn't charge enough. Okay, maybe my landlord is kind of actually not a jerk? And thank you, Zalsol, for the 65 stream streak. I really do appreciate it. $12 a week, I'll take it. Or just bad negotiation. Well, the implication is that the last guy sucked at business, and so now we have the spot. So he might genuinely be like, look, man, I just want a reliable tenant. You have to ask for money. Which, you know, fair enough, know your worth. When you're done, put the cell phone on the counter. I'll be around somewhere. Okay, so we can grab the cell phone. Oh, okay. So we're gonna get our Pokia cell phone. We're gonna take our little brushy brush and clean it up. I guess we're taking like all the little things. I also like the idea that's like just straight up found this phone and just jacked it and is like, yeah, it's mine now. Let's see, there's a similar game called Assemble with Care. Very short, cute game, puzzle game. Yeah, the one I know is Repair House. Which is a similar game, but it's like mostly about like classic wood toys and like really like, you know, toys that come out of like the 1930s and that. And it had some like game systems or whatever. And it wasn't bad. It was a bit janky. I always meant to get all the achievements for Repair House, and it never happened. Why would you put your phone number inside the phone? Like to the point you have to disassemble the phone to get it. It feels like such a weird choice. Oh, I guess I'm reassembling it. So I took apart all the pieces. And so now I need to put the things back in. So basically we took it apart, we're cleaning it up. It doesn't look like there's any broken pieces. So I guess we're just giving this one a dusting. It is the very first thing. But yeah, so as you can see, it's kind of cool in the sense that they do kind of give you an idea of how a lot of things work. That you got like all your little bits and pieces. Cool. So we have cleaned up and rebuilt the phone. I can't stand Akiba. The noises, the crowds. But it's more peaceful here with you. What are you doing? Is the phone ready? I don't have much time. Mention the paper with the number on it. I know that number. In short, you may be contacted. But it'll be better for you if you don't answer. And in general, you really should close up before midnight. There was a incident last night. Somebody broke into a store, ransacked everything, and stole some expensive equipment. My son was on the scene. He came home angry and wet. He provides security for very good rates, too. But we'll discuss that later. Bye. Give me the cash. Excuse the intrusion. I hope I didn't scare you. The last master always got scared. I live directly above you. I'm taking part in an online Pac-Man championship on my old Atari 2600, but my joystick broke, and I am so close to the record. This is the second time this month, so I've got 2 broken joysticks. Could you fix one at least? Just tug the rope if you agree. Thank you. Tug the rope. We didn't discuss rates. We should have discussed rates. Oh, I can't put both in there? Alright. You should definitely be discussing the rate you're charging for all this. Oh, I appreciate when you take out the screws, instead of the screws just like sitting there and magically appearing. You can't see it, there's a little tray right behind my head, and they're just falling in the little tray. Alright. I'm more concerned that it's just as dusty inside as it is outside. The container for holding screws is essential to something. Oh yeah. It's just a lot of these kinds of games, the screws just kind of like vanish into the ether. Ah, so that's a fried circuit board. So that goes in the trayish. Do I hit X now? So grab me the other controller. Oh, I see. Okay. I see. I get it. So you have like different spaces. So that way I don't have to like clean up and move stuff if like I'm not ready to work on something. I just take it apart and they'll just like magically put where it needs to go. So my assumption here is we're just disassembling both these controllers, and then between the two controllers I'll have enough parts to make one work. When are they going to have you salvage one of the sticks to fix it? Yeah, no, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Is that between the two sticks? Oh, yes, that one's got a cracked button. You got a frayed wire. And this board's just dusty and gross. Man, old controllers when the circuit boards were this simple. Where you look at and there's just like the 5 input points and they just all go through. Alright, so with this though, you put you back on. Put you back on. Grab the button. Put the wires in. Drop you in place. Now we got ourselves 2 spare parts. Oh, I got a... Okay, so there's gonna be like a drawer here that I can have more options. Before you stands the Inspector Sakamoto. That's not at all how you pronounce it. Sakamoto. Why are you tense like a cat in a Camino? There's a little case I'm investigating. There was a chase last night. Someone broke into a store and smashed the windows and made off with expensive equipment. I chased them all the way to the Conda River. In the struggle, I fell into the water. I'm fine, but my flashlight was damaged. It won't turn on. Could you take a look at it? The flashlight is my faithful partner. When I turned it on, smoke came out of it, and the glass smashed into pieces. It's a popular model, but I can't get parts for it here anymore. Still, I hope you can find a donor on the marketplace. Just be sure to check seller's rate. People lie. Tell him that you still don't have the internet. I'm an internet guy. He's a little odd, but he knows what he's doing. I'll send him over to you. By the way, I'm surprised that somebody opened up again here so quickly after the business with the last master. But you seem to know what you're doing. So good luck. Alright, so there's the controller. So, garbage. Garbage. Isn't there an air... Oh, I mean... There's a couple different varieties of, like, mechanic simulator. Alright, so this is a nice little teaser. So the Unicorp, this flashlight, is one of the things you find in I Am Future. It has the exact same style where you take apart like the side panels like this. It's just I Am Future, you don't bother cleaning it, you just tear it apart and you get like a light bulb and some circuit boards and that kind of stuff. Looks as far apart as you've become. So right now... I'm sorry. Have you fixed it already? Right, here's the payment for the work. It should be enough, and you can keep the second joystick. I heard that you still don't have internet? Can I help? It's so nice to be able to do something useful for somebody else. Here's an advert from our provider. They have the best rates. With your, write in your answer of what speed you want. Early 2000s internet, I can get 128 kilobit per second, I can get 256 kilobit per second, or I can get 1 megabit per second. I mean, clearly, it's probably the more responsible. Sorry, I have one more favor to ask. I bought a portable Noni PMP on the marketplace. It was hard to get, and it's only just come out. But it doesn't turn on. The box is crumpled, so I think the courier must have been in a hurry. On forums, everyone writes that only official services can perform repairs, but I can't get out much, so you're my only hope. Do you have a license, don't you? Tell them you do not have a license. What a pity. Never mind. I'll wait. As soon as you have a PMP license, I'll be in touch. So you can go on this shelf. Alright, so we have an online order for a Pokia 3310. They'll pay me $3,716. It's for a close friend. I'll say yes. We have an Atari 2600. I'll accept that, yes. I can't actually go into my spam folder. Oh, so licenses are in like the tens of thousands. We can buy tools that'll allow us to do more stuff. And then I can buy parts, or I can buy things. Hey there, are you the new master? Oh, I'm so glad you've opened up. Now I'll have something to do. The last master went missing suddenly, and it's been difficult. Mr. Hashimoto said that you need help delivering bills and orders, picking up goods for sale, just put everything on the counter. So what have you got there? Here's the bills, rent, internet. I'll bring them every week. Okay, gotta go. Let's see, in my work, speed is of the essence. Whoosh. Not the best place for paper. We just click on, rent. Internet. Oh, goody. We get to pay our bills too. Alright. But yeah, so the assumption is sometimes we'll get these devices that will require more substantial repairs, parts, that kind of thing. And it looks like we'll be able to buy, like, online, different devices. So clean it up, and then later on I'll have to, like, resolder stuff or whatever. And that they'll have stuff that'll make it so, like, cleaning the parts is much faster and easier. And I also imagine some of these things will go real fast. That isn't a real depiction of early 2000s internet. There isn't porn ads over every page. I mean, it's Japan. I have no idea what internet was like in Japan. Like, so far as the marketing and all that. Like, zero concept of that. Like, buy the flashlight, it said, and order to get the replacement parts. Yep. Alright, so it looks like it's another one that I just need to reassemble it. Hey, cuz Jackie, how's it going? On your 60 stream streak and all that stuff, do appreciate it. Perfect. And they warned me to close the shop at midnight. And I am curious if I just utterly, completely disregard those warnings. Then instead it ends up being like a Five Nights at Freddy's nightmare kind of thing. You stay open too late and some animatronic from like the local Chuck E. Cheese kind of goes, which I'm sure is not a thing in Japan at this time. I guess they're published by Atari. By the way, the real name. I'm actually curious about that, because I know it could be they have like some agreement with Atari that they got like permission to do it. Am I missing something here? Oh, there's little teeny tiny screws right here. Yeah, no, they said midnight earlier to not, you know, that they would recommend I don't stay open past midnight because there was an incident of a break-in. Okay. And I did see there was, you would be able to buy tools like an air sprayer that would, you know, clean these much faster. There was something about, I didn't see it was resoldering. All right. Yeah, and that's what I figured, is they implied that, you know, someone had broke into the store, so you should really close before midnight just to be safe. I'm pretty sure I'll be past midnight. By the time I get this assembled. And as I mentioned before, I just want to check this game out real fast. But I genuinely suspect we'll probably have just like a day or two in here because it's a very, very early playtest. I'm also not thinking there's any valuable equipment to steal from us. We've got a dusting brush and a screwdriver. Find a donor on the marketplace to fix the flashlight. Motorola Razr. They've got a Tamagotchi, Nokia phone, PSP, a Sony cassette player, a PlayStation 1. Let's see. Lets you screw drive faster. An instrument for delicately removing dust. An electric screwdriver. And we get decorations. I guess we close. Saving in the day. I don't know, it seems they always have one or two 2mm long screws than the others. Oh yeah, no, that's the whole thing. Alright, so it's saying that basically for the day, we had several repair orders. We got those ones completed. We got a bunch of devices here. Cool. Okay. Are you gonna give me the parts? Sensei, help! My Egachi doesn't respond anymore. He was a gift from my mom. She'll be very angry. My class went on an excursion to Tokyo Tower, and it was so high up and so beautiful. I got distracted and dropped my Egotachi straight into a puddle. I've done everything I could. I fed him rice balls and wrapped him in a towel, but the screen won't light up. I shook him, I blew him, and even said sorry, and he still won't wake up. Fix him, please. He promised he'd grow up to be a huge dragon. Alright, all other deals on the side. All other deals on the side. We must save the Tamagotchi. I am future branding and all that. Oh, actually, if you're looking at it, they do have different size screws down there. We were saying they're different sizes. They actually do have different size screws going into like the little tin down there. You were saying I'm sorry would fix electronics. All of those being tamper screws is deeply upsetting me. Oh, okay. So it's just an LCD that directly attaches to a circuit board. But then has its little speaker right there. Then we gotta put the plastic here. I mean, it makes sense. It's pretty much just a circuit board mashed up against an LCD with the contacts. And then you got your battery. You're lucky. Real life, that thing you dunk in a pond at this time frame is probably just done. Alright. Okay. I think a cracked battery would be pretty bad. You wish your stuff just got dirty when dropped in water? Yeah, that's... There's a lot of stuff that... Alright. So I'm gonna chuck all of that in here. Sorry about that. Chuck all the bits and baubles in there. We'll take... Hello again. I heard you're looking for me. How can I be assistance? Tell me about the girl and her Egatachi. Oh yeah, I remember. A whole class is here with an excursion. I can ask around and find out where they were from. You should have at least asked her name. Oh, I bet she didn't pay, did she? I'll take the Egatachi and pay for it with my own money. I earned a little extra today already. Don't take the money, kids get free service. I'll say, making the mailman pay for the little girl feels not okay. Oh, I already had the parts in there. Well, that's fine. Okay. I see you there, putting your shadow on me. I'm in the middle of something. I will get to you when I feel like it. I'm a very busy person. I imagine in real life doing this kind of a job, you'd have sometimes that you'd just be utterly backlogged with stuff to work on. And then you'd have the bulk of the time you'd be bored to tears. I'm sorry, but I have no delivery. I'm here for personal business. I bought a phone back on the marketplace, but I need to get in working order. Do you think you could do that? It's for my Haruki. She's the light of my life. She works in the building next door. Have you not been there? Well, I suppose it's not for everybody. It's a rare, Otorola limited edition. I really hope she'd like it. Okay. I had a Motorola Razr when I, was not my very first phone. My very first phone was a Nokia Brick. But after my Nokia Brick, I had a Motorola Razr as my second phone. Alright. I can see losing a lot of time in a game like this. Because this feels like the kind of game where you could just chill, relax. They even realize that they've got the lo-fi going. It doesn't seem like there's an incredible amount of pressure. Like, sure, they mentioned that you got like internet costs and rent and all that, but generally it seems like very little. Okay. Okay, so this will need donor parts. Just chuck it all in my box. I see you brought my old friend back to life. Here's your reward. I will reward you in exposure. If you don't mind, may I ask you a few questions? Where were you on the night before last? You're happy to answer. Excellent. With regard to the incident last night that was actually the night before last, I'm convinced that Hashimoto is involved somehow. But we don't have much information. Do you know anything? Let's see, repeat Hashimoto's comments about how his son came home wet and angry last night. Say you thought he was Hashimoto's son. I'm gonna assume he was. I beg to pardon? Sorry, I don't really get the joke. What on earth made you think that? Repeat Hashimoto's comments about how his son came home wet and angry last night. So it was his boy. We've been getting complaints about him for a while. That really helps the investigation. I'm so glad you saved my flashlight. I really don't want to lose it. Right, I'll be off. I stand out here like a cat in a Camino. Okay, let's pop over here. We need to just endlessly accept orders without any consideration. And I need to go here and... Yes, there's no shipping charge or anything, so you can just keep ordering stuff. We got a better screwdriver and all that. I don't remember what your deal is. Snitch. Hey, it's okay when it's your landlord. The landlord that I'm pretty ambiguous on where we stand with. Because I wonder if that's... Ah, I see. So that'll take that off, but it doesn't get like the deeper stuff. So if you're doing very large things, the spray can's way better. If you're doing like properly caked in there dirt, it doesn't work. I mean, honestly, with the extra step, I'd probably just keep using the brush. Okay. Cool. Yeah, then the landlord's Yakuza or something like that. +1 customers. Alright. Probably one of those things I could also just not clean the parts until, like, I'm gonna use them. But, eh. Okay, so you have a cracked frame. And why does everything have a dirty battery? That bothers me so much. Probably more than it should. But every one of these phones having... Ah, you got the same cracked panel on you too. Boo. That doesn't help me. Not sure if it mentioned in the the item description. I also imagine one of those things you start building up a supply. Yeah, so both of them had the same lower panel broken. I've got most of a phone now. I'm still just missing one piece. So if I just don't go to sleep, do we eventually like just black out? Okay. I was curious if the number keys switch between my tools or something like that. Or scroll wheel or something like that. Because that'd be a nice quality of life so you can deal with that having to constantly like poke down. Okay, so you got a fried wire. Alright. Imagine it's probably an easy way to, as you like work through all these things, kind of mark that's like, okay, I need a wire for this one, and versus where I'm chucking everything in my parts box, just be like, cool. Because right now I believe I'm short between the two Atari controllers. I'm short on a wire. Yep, so I got all those, but I'm short on the wire for the rest of it. Let's swap out those. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely something about like taking apart old electronics like these from back in the day. That there's kind of a fun in that. Because like nowadays, half the stuff you can't really take apart in the same manner. You open up and there's just like all these really involved circuit boards. And if you know what you're doing and get like your voltmeter or whatever and just kind of go through, oh, I see your problem. It's the utterly exploded glob of solder that is just inside your device there. Gonna go on a limb and say that's probably not gonna work ever again. All right. I could see just losing hours to this. There's just a nice chill pace to this. We're just like, okay. All right, so we need to go over here. Parts. Oh, that's the licenses. Okay. Oh, you can buy the individual parts as opposed to all that. Okay. So I need a back panel. Right, and let me guess. If I buy the individual parts, they're way more costly than if I buy the things we need, so... I would need the cord. I need the circuit board. Okay. Sandblaster sounds fun. Yeah, so my guess is you can buy the damaged phones and all that for really cheap. But then when it comes like the replacement parts, they probably cost quite a bit more. So taking the time to like get a bunch of devices and then tear them apart works really well. But if you start to like fall behind where there's just one part you keep having be broken, you eventually hit that point where you're just like, okay, let me just get that one part to catch things up. Because there's probably also a limit on how many parts we can store in that little box next to us. Okay, you've got a blown speaker. So this one, the only damaged part was the speaker. But even though it's not the same phone, we should be able to go here. Start putting it all back together. And there's the replacement speaker. Okay. Yeah, so we've got the idea here. I think we'll be probably wrapping up this in-game day, and then I think we'll move on. But yeah, so you get the idea here that we're gonna have this. It's gonna be story. It's gonna have like the story and all that, but it's very Repair House-esque, or the Repair House-esque, where we kind of repair stuff, we order our parts and all that. Instead of having us like needlessly run around and like do a bunch of nonsense around that, it seems to want to put a lot more time into just making this its own polished experience. Versus the Repair House, like you'd have to like take your parts, put them in to have them sand blasted and all that. It was a lot of just drop the thing in. Maybe some of the stuff had mini games and all that. And I'm not even saying that's bad about the Repair House. I think it's a perfectly serviceable game. But like it had a lot of jank with a lot of that stuff too. So it had like the idea here, but this is definitely a cleaner implementation. All right. Yes, it's definitely not going to be a game the scale of I Am Future. But I think that's good. This will be kind of a solid, like, quick, have a good time game. Alright. So in theory, I've got all the parts for this now. So I need... I don't know which part I need first. There you go. Then you. But remember that also being a thing in the Repair House as well, is after a while you just start stockpiling parts. It just made your life easier. There you go. And then you need the speaker. Oh, you'll need your battery. I need to put these on, put your screen on. Okay. Alright, so we are missing parts for this phone. So I can go here. I'll go to the parts, phone. Not the battery cover, it's you. And you need a lot of parts. Yeah, no, I'm deliberately kind of just keeping things going and see when we have a problem. You need a circuit board. There's the battery. Who needs sleep? Okay, so I need a button, a battery, and a circuit board for that. So I can go to you, gaming, button. Oh, I also need the wire, don't I? Wire. Where's your circuit board? And it's literally just like worked throughout the night. Why actually sleep? And then for the flashlight here, I have just the left plate. So I can go here, back. The right plate is out of stock, and the left plate is out of stock. Okay, so I can't do that right now. So you just go back in the shelf. And open. So is now where we like pass out and just face down on the desk? 43,000. Okay. So I'd be able to go here. Alright, so you should be able to go here. And you need that trim piece. And this trim piece. Screw it in. And imagine what things I'll change with this over time as well. What am I missing? Oh, I'm missing a circuit board. Please forgive the intrusion, but I have good news. The championship ended a few hours ago and the results are out. And thank you, Sentient Cookie. I really do appreciate... Sorry, brain. Hydrate. I appreciate you making sure I take care of myself. The results are out. And a speaker. Yeah. So we need to get the speaker and the circuit board. I came first. You won't believe it. On my final round of the new joystick was what decided it. It's all because of you. Thank you so much. And it looks like things are going well for you too, right? Congratulations on getting a Noni PMP license. As promised, I've got an order for you. Could you fix it, please? Alright, but before we do that, where do I put this? Cool. Right, so let's pop in here. So parts. First, we have another order. Always accept We can never not accept. All right, so cell phone. So we need not the Pokia battery. We got this. And hey, Perry, how's it going? And this. So order those. You know, you go on my shelf. Not right now, man. Okay, so we got a PMP. On the YouTube side, I've already said hi like twice. You don't need to spam. There is stream lag and all that. It is just the way it be over on YouTube. If you want a not lag experience, you need to just not be on YouTube and be on Twitch, because that's just the nature of the beast over there. Alright. Looks like the V3000. You like it? I never had a PSP, so I honestly don't know. Alright. So getting this all sorted. Like I said, we'll probably sit there. And once we get this one done, we'll probably get switched over to our sponsored content, Bellrite. Alright. Like this is hardly the first game in this genre, but I've been a big fan of just like the genre of, you know, take the gadgets, you know, service them, fix them up, that kind of thing. This has been one of the ones so far that seems the most polished, which is funny because it is literally like a very early demo. All right. So it looks like we got all that. I need the shield here. So this one we just need to clean up. And it is kind of funny that very genuinely, you actually do have a very frequent rate of, you know, people buying stuff and being like it doesn't work and throwing in the garbage, and it literally does just need to be cleaned up. Like it needs like a Dustin or a Sprucin or whatever. Like, don't get me wrong, I understand why some people are very intimidated. I want the circuit board. Very intimidated by, you know, disassembling expensive stuff. But the number who, like, literally just chuck it in the garbage. You're like, but it's fine. Oh, I have 900 bucks to my name. I see my PMP on the counter. Thank you so much. Payment as usual. The new demo of the studio Mandragora just came out on my PM store. The game's called ReStory. I put it straight on my wishlist, and I recommend you do the same. I appreciate the self-plug. Mandragora is the developers behind this game, and ReStory is the name of this game. It's so great when that we have a new master. I was very sad when the old one went missing. Sakamoto told me that he got involved in the wrong people. Well, that definitely won't happen to you. Draw a happy Pac-Man and tug on the rope. Cool. Alright, so yeah, and as I mentioned before, this is like a playtest demo kind of thing. Same developers as I Am Future. Oh, I could keep going apparently. But still, I think that's good. Like I said, it is a very, very, very early peek at this game. Genuinely, for like, again, there are a couple of games that hit this same kind of thing of like you repair the stuff. While we don't have the breadth that some of those games have, those games are out and released, and this is early, like not early access, it's like an early playtest. This has worked more smoothly. Like, we haven't had like a lot of jank or anything there. So I've been very happy with that. So with that said, oh, I will save the game, I guess. It's fine. But yeah, so I'm very happy with that so far as that. Now, obviously, we're on a very, very early playtest. Who knows what it actually looks like or when it's coming out or anything like that. But I've been very happy with that. We got our, like, what is it, like just about an hour in here? Yeah, so what's going to end up happening is if you're watching over on YouTube, the stream will be dropping again. Because we are going to be switching games, and YouTube, I can't switch the games without it being a whole big thing. So I'm going to have to end the stream over on the YouTube side and then like kick it back up. But we're going to be switching to our sponsored segment here in just a minute, which is going to be Bellrite. So let me go ahead and get this out of here.